So Samoa Joe talks about the incident with CM Punk and Jack Perry that took place at All In. So I'm gonna put the article down there below. He talks about it, and he said the fight wasn't really serious. Now you're probably saying to yourself, "Oh, he's trying to sugarcoat it and whatnot." No, Joe's seen fight before. He's seen stuff like this before. If he think it wasn't serious, it wasn't serious. So what probably happened was, just like people are saying, Punk choked him out. It got to an altercation, but nobody got knocked out. It wasn't as bad as the fight between the Bucks and Punk and Steel. I don't think it got to that level. But he said it wasn't serious. So what does that mean? It means Tony Khan turned an incident that wasn't nothing into something. And Tony Khan's like, I feared for my life and stuff like that. What really happened was Punk got in his face and told him, I hate it here, fire me. And that's what he told him. And more likely, Punk, he wanted to leave. Punk didn't want to stay at AEW no more because he tried to do it the right way. He was happy in AEW when he first started, those first 9 months. But when he got into the altercation with the Bucks and Omega, what probably pissed him off is that the Bucks and Omega not only went back, but they went on national TV in Chicago and pretty much pandered to the crowd and did all that. And you remember Punk called that out on Stephanie McMahon and all of them before when they did it. Punk probably saw that at home like, are you fucking serious? And Punk got pissed off about it. And if you notice afterwards, they stopped kind of making a reference to it. Punk got pissed off about it. So you're not punishing these guys for what they fucking did. And that's what happened. And Tony Khan was like, well, don't worry about it. And no, they need to be reprimanded for what they fucking did. And they should have been reprimanded. Heyman should have been reprimanded properly so they would have touched the Bucks, teach the Bucks to like, yo, just because you are executives, that doesn't mean you don't get punished either. And that's the problem. Tony Khan didn't set a precedence back when Hangman did what he did, and that's what happened. We all know. It's ancient history now at this point because Tony Khan allowed this to manifest with Punk by not taking action as a leader and calling bullshit and say, you know what, fuck this. You're suspended. Be suspended for a good period of time. These motherfuckers were only suspended about a month or two, and they got back to the Trios Championship, where Punk was still at home for 8 months, healing himself, and he didn't get the championship back. He got some paper belt back saying, hey, here you go, you're the real AEW champion. And it probably he was just sitting there like, okay, fuck this. And Punk was probably saying to himself like, this is bullshit. And you could tell Punk was probably losing more respect for Tony by time goes on. Dave Meltzer and the Dirt Sheets don't help either, spreading lies, spreading bullshit, trying to get clickbaits and everything. That don't help, saying that he did this, he did that. I heard more stuff that we can't really talk about. If you heard more stuff, say it. Now you don't want to say it because you can't say it because you heard nothing. You fucking jamoke. Screw Dave Meltzer. Screw Brian Alvarez. I'm about to say Brian Last, and I love Brian Last. Screw Brian Alvarez. Screw all the people who said the bullshit about what CM Punk did. Come to find out, it wasn't that serious. It got serious when he got it at Tony Khan's face. Oh, you can't do that 2023 no more. Well, Tony Khan need to act like a fucking boss and not stop acting like a fucking mark. His dumb ass. Like I said, all this could have been avoided if Tony Khan took the boss initiative and suspend and fire certain people. Heyman should have been suspended, and I promise you, if Heyman would have been handled properly, Punk would still be in AEW. All this was a domino effect. It started with Heyman Page, and then a domino effect to the Bucks, and then it kept going on to the point where he just said, fuck it, I don't want to be here no more. That's their loss in WWE's game. And you're probably saying, well, Punk hasn't really done nothing. That's the point. Punk don't need to do nothing. Punk just needs to go in there, cut promos, and go back and forth. That's how you use a part-time superstars. That's how you use superstars. Because, again, Punk can't be on the road like that all the time. Because, again, Punk is old school, so what he did was differently. And times it by two, Punk should be helping the young guys trying to craft their promos. And that's what Punk wanted to do. He's an old vet. He wants to help. When you got the buckaroos telling everybody, go out there, do what you need to do, and you'll get over. In reality, it doesn't work because not only are they not over, because the Bucks can't talk because they're not over right now. No one cares about the Bucks no more. They are so cold, it's not even funny. Punk is never going to be cold because you know why? He gets that microphone, tell a good story, and regardless of how you think, how his wrestling abilities has suffered over the years, but he can still go on that microphone, tell a good story, even when the match is not as par as what you think it is. It's still you still was satisfied because Punk does his job by telling the story and creating moments. The Bucks still create moments, not anymore, because they did all their fucking moments when he started in New Japan and when he started AEW. Their moments are over. How many Meltzer drivers can you do? How many super kicks can you do? Hell, the Usos do the same thing, but guess what? Usos tell story with the bloodline. Make that make sense. So, I mean, Joe said it wasn't serious, and trust him, Joe ain't gonna lie about that. It probably wasn't. Someone got choked out. Joe was the voice of reason, telling him, "Oh, yo, we got 80,000 people here. Let's get it work." And Punk respect Joe. He got into it. They got into it, and they got their match, and they were done. And that was it. And it was all over. Even when people said Punk left, it was all over. It should have been done with. No, Tony Khan had to take it serious. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. Yet, at World's End press conference, AEW is the safest place to work, but yet you fear for your life back in All In. What's the difference? Oh, because Punk left now? Now it's the safest place to work? Get the fuck out of here. Stop doing that crack. I'm done.